Welcome back to Engine 390, Engine Teardown.
Part two.
Part two. With me, myself, and I, Fridge.
And Pipes.
And Pipes, my co-host. So, as you guys saw in the last episode, we got the engine, well...
We knocked this thing out. We pulled the intake, the heads, the pan, checked the pistons out, seen some valve carnage, which we'll give you some close-ups of now. And we also checked out the bottom end, which was questionable as well, which we'll give you some close-ups of now. And what else did we do? I think that was about it. Generally,
pistons are mismatched.
Pistons are mismatched. We found that out.
So, should I explain to them what I found out reading?
Sure. Explain the reads.
So,
research.
Me, in my infinite desire for useless automotive knowledge, I did a bunch of reading. And so, back in the day, Ford had the 390. Mercury had what they called the 410, which was a 390 block with a 428 crank in it. So, on those specific 410 Mercury engines, they used a piston that is 100 thou less compression height. So when we were rough measuring the pistons that we have in, we have three oddballs that are roughly about 100 thou more in the hole than our five other pistons.
Not good.
So what we kind of suspect is someone, I don't know who, but someone,
not us,
put the wrong pistons in it at some point, and now we get to deal with it.
This is our problem now.
This is our problem.
So what happens when you buy used? Dealership will give you a warranty for this kind of stuff.
So we are ordering pistons. Also, I don't know if Seth got any close-ups of the bores, but it is a standard bore block still.
You will see that here.
So, yeah, and honestly, like, it's got a bit of ring ridge, as we probably showed in the last episode. Nothing too crazy. I mean, honestly, I'll just take a ridge reamer, ream it a little bit, and then honestly, we're just going to ding a ball hone it and slap it together. But one unfortunate thing with the heads, as Seth showed earlier, they did not have hardened valve. Oh, the other thing we found out. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. Found out 390 blocks. Pre-65 390 blocks have only 2 bolts for the engine mount, as you can see here,
2,
and on our mounts back there. Post 65 till whenever they quit making them, 76 or whatever it was, had 4 bolt engine mounts. So we have determined that this is not the original engine to this truck. We actually never checked if it was actually a 390 yet. No, so I'm suspecting it is a 390 simply because of the piston thing.
Yes.
But we're going to double check that today as well, just to confirm, so we know. Because the only way to tell a 360 and a 390 apart is to measure the stroke. Oh, yeah, so the plan for the rebuild, not in the budget to get this block bored out. It's going to be about $1,100, $1,000-ish Canadian by the time it's done at the machine shop, just the block. And then on top of that, our heads are no good, as Seth showed earlier with those pictures I sent him. So being this was a leaded gas, or it was in the leaded gas era, what they had in the heads was non-hardened seats because the lead would actually help cushion the seats. And obviously it got ran with non-leaded gas because non-leaded gas came out in the mid-70s and has been basically all pump gas since. So when you run non-leaded gas in a non-hardened seat-headed engine, it pounds the seats out. And you get what we showed you in the pictures, which is the valves not sitting properly in their seats in the head. So to get those machined at the machine shop, to get hardened seats put in, was going to be $1,200. And Seth and I kind of discussed it, and it's not really worth it.
No. Not for a set of junk iron heads that
Yeah.
will never flow and never make power. It's just not worth it. We have no sentimental attachment to the iron heads.
Yeah.
Also, they weigh a ton.
Yeah.
But I can lift them, so of course I can lift them.
So the plan is we're going to break our own rules. We're going to increase the budget on the build only to accommodate purchasing brand new set of Edelbrock aluminum heads. Because in my mind, we're $1,200 into a set of garbage iron heads, or we are like 24-ish, $2,500 Canadian into a set of brand new aluminum heads. We know they're good right out of the box. They're going to bolt on. They're going to flow better. They're just going to do their thing. Plus, it gains us an extra point of compression, or a set of aluminum heads if we ever do a stroker build or something for this engine later on. So that's kind of the plan, the lowdown on what is going on with the engine currently. Yeah.
That being said, what are we doing machine work wise? Are we sending it to the shop?
Block will get sent out. We're going to get it hot tanked, magnafluxed, make sure it's good. If it's not good, that's going to be a whole nother can of worms. I believe it should be good because when we pulled it, it still had coolant in it, so I doubt it froze. And yeah, that should be about $300-ish to get it hot tanked and magnafluxed. Crank, we're going to assess a little further today once we get all the pistons and stuff out. See if the crank needs to be sent out, get polished, or if it needs to get cut, or if we're going to say screw it and just send it. Other than that, I think that's everything.
That's everything.
To get them up to speed. It has been 2 weeks since we've seen this engine.
Our time.
Well, it'd be almost two weeks.
Hey,
maybe.
yeah, we're banging.
It works out.
1 and 2. Genius.
Let's get ripping and tearing, I guess.
Tear into it. Can't sit here forever.
Nope, don't get no work done sitting down.
Nope. Well, you can, but not a lot.
So, what do you want to do first? Pistons?
I think pull pistons.
Okay, we should number them. Are they stamped? Flip it over.
There's stamps in here.
Why are they stamped?
7-7.
010. Oh, they are stamped 7-7. I always forget Fords are weird that way.
1122.
They're in the wrong spot.
I'm sorry, 22.
Okay.
3.
I think we can just rip and tear them.
4. That's 5. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
How are we going to measure stroke? We're going to pull the crank and see what's going on?
Yeah, we could do that. Or
second option,
go to BDC, grab a caliper.
Oh,
that's the easier option.
I like the easier option. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Good. On the bottom. I do reckon. As this one that's top for its intents and purposes.
That was the one that's like 150,000 hole because it's wrong. Yeah. So, make sure this is zeroed actually.
Zeroed actually. It's like Love Actually, but for car guys.
What is? What's Love Actually?
It's a romance movie.
Oh, so that's the difference between a guy who doesn't have a girlfriend and a guy who does.
Cultured, uncultured.
3758. That's actually bang on. Perfect.
Wow, we did good. 390. Woohoo! Big win.
Wicked. Cool beans. Now we can rip and tear because we know it's not a 360. If you're curious, the book I found online, a really good book actually, will be linked
in the description below.
Yeah. Book is by Barry Rabotnick, I think.
Mr. Rabotnick.
How to Build FE, Ford FE Engines. Really good book, lots of good information. If you're building a Ford FE, definitely recommend buying it. I read it from cover to cover. And hell yeah. Oh. Always, always, always.
Tech tip. So there's now fuel hose on the...
Yeah, you can use... Get it on there.
Rod bolts.
It's way different fuel hose. I need fresh stuff. Pistons come out easy though.
Yeah, that's good.
Like really easy.
That's good.
Like too easy. How bad's the crank look?
I'm ready to catch.
All right.
Yep.
Come on. I should move the crank out of the way truly, but I'm too lazy to. Don't be lazy on your engine build if you care about it. I had move the crank. It's in the way.
Which way?
That way. It's tight in that one cylinder.
Oh yeah. Is that good enough?
Yeah, it should be good. Oh, also, another tech tip. Use a soft face hammer handle or something to get your piston out. Don't hit it with a metal piston. You're gonna mangle it, and you're gonna be cursing yourself out.
Metal on metal be bad. Here's a piston. Oh yeah.
Is that a wrong one or a right one? That's
This is a wrong one. I mean, I was the first one to swear on the channel, so.
Oh, because you're the bad influence.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy.
That's the bad influence on me.
And you're the bald guy. I am the bad guy. Duh. Oh yeah.
Oh, another fun fact about Ford pistons. They are floating pin, which means you don't have to take it to the machine shop don't need a press
These Ford
to
pistons.
change pistons.
These Ford pistons.
They're floating pins. So they just have retainer clips,
Just a
C-clip retainer.
Right
pop them out. You can get that pin out of there, and you can swap pistons at home in your garage, which is actually a pretty nice design for guys who are doing stuff like us. I mean, I do have a press in the corner, but it saves the average Joe who doesn't have a press from having to go to the machine shop to get your pistons pressed on. 10 minutes. And you pull your core out, take your empty plug boot, and you can slip it right over top of your studs.
Hey, look, he's the door. Sorry, I gotta make fun of you every time you do that. Mentioned in first episode. Oh, that ain't good for engine.
Okay, that's actually how to properly do it. Turn the crank so it hits TDC, turn it back out of your way. That's the proper way to do it.
Piston. This is a good one.
Okay,
so if I get close enough to the camera,
full of knowledge.
You can see just a short, minute amount of difference here.
Yeah. So when you measure
one
pin to pin
on your.
Oh, and that one actually says 390 on it.
Yeah. So this piston also says 390. So yeah, the one on my right, this one here, and this left one are different. This one here is supposed to be in the engine, and the compression plates are different. Just by a hair, but you can tell.
100 thou difference.
100 thou difference. You can see 100 thou. You too.
Also, I don't ever pull pistons in a specific order. I just kind of pull them as I please.
Gotta go front to back.
No, you don't.
Just like wiping. Save money for aluminum heads. I caught that just in time. I hope the camera caught that. I think it did. POV or spit. Oh,
broken piston rings, baby.
Haven't seen that one before. I have.
For context, also to my joke in the first episode about what do you got, a 5.9 last of the good ones. My friend over here owns a what year? 06 or is it 07?
07.
07 5.9 Cummins, and he may or may not have had what did it do?
Had the injectors ordered, pulled out, about to get replaced, and there was no compression in cylinder one. Took a bore scope, and the ring definitely snapped.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of ring ridge, more ring ridge than what's normal. Ring ridge up to about the second ring, possibly even the third.
I have broke a ring land before in an engine.
Story time.
I would have been about 15.
Young buck.
Yeah, 8 years ago now. 8 years ago, when I was 15, just had my learner's license. I was What year was that thing? I had an 89 Dodge Daytona. And for those of you who are, well, older or Mopar people,
You'll see a picture of one up on the screen.
Well, I might actually be able to find a picture of my silver one.
That's what we're going to put up there.
Now you're making me look for a picture of it.
Damn right.
So, anyways.
Make my life easier.
Was driving it, and those cars were turboed. So this specific one had a 2.5 turbo, and they didn't have blow-off valves. Well, my one did. I had 5 of those cars, actually. 4 turbos, 1 V6 car. But the 2.5 turbo cars did not have a blow-off valve. So, ripping down the highway, and out runs a deer. So I slam on the brakes because I didn't want to wreck the car. Well, here, no blow-off valve. All the boost still crams into the cylinder while the engine's trying to slow down because I'm slamming on the brakes. And it literally broke the piston rings. So what they'll do, where's that broken piston ring?
I think I threw it in the trash already, but I can grab it.
I'll show them with this piston. Here. Oh, this is the piston they broke on. So what the piston rings will do, you hold that actually. So they have what's called end gap. So normally a piston's in there, say it would have an end gap of about yay. So when they get hot, or if you don't set the end gap right, or if you have boost or anything else, they'll actually touch. And when they touch, they'll go, I don't know if they'll be able to see this, but they'll actually flex like this. And what it'll do, it'll actually literally break the piston. So this is called the ringland in your piston, and it'll actually break the crown, which is this part, out of your piston. So I did that once.
Also another way of seeing
on a 2.5 turbo Dodge. I mean, the engine in it was half screwed anyway. It had a lot of not rod knock, but piston slap. Even when it was warm, it still had piston slap. So it wasn't really the end of the world. I think I paid like $250 for that car. But yeah, it will happen. It is a thing. It happens. He lucked out. It didn't do it on his Cummins. Because that's even more expensive than just a 2.5 Dodge.
Oh, wait up there, Hoss. Stop, you violated the law. Dang old spark plug boot to oil to grab it.
Every bearing, oh, this one's really good. This down to the copper. Yeah, every bearing we've pulled so far.
Random, weird, like not the same.
Like that. This actually is the worst one so far.
Probably.
There's actually a lot of pitting in it. And I had a dentist appointment on Tuesday. I got a wisdom tooth pulled also. So if I sound funny in this video, it's because my mouth hurts. I had a wisdom tooth pulled a week ago. That's impressive, actually.
It's not bad, eh?
That sounds good.
Woo! Ooh, it's like we had a race motor. Should a motor be loose if it's a race motor? No, it's supposed to be really tight. Depends on who you ask.
It depends on who your engine builder is. If it's me, it's gonna be loose.
Woo! That was close. Officer heads.
Okay, this is probably pressed.
It's just gonna come right out.
No.
Got a puller?
Yeah, I do.
I think I can break her by hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
No, we're using an impact.
She's not moving by hand. I'll tell you.
Well, we should have pulled it when the pistons were still in it.
Yeah.
Truly, but
we
didn't.
There you go. Impact. Impact away. Like butter.
Like butter.
Are you using chrome sockets?
Yeah.
Good.
Because we're bad boys.
Yeah, we are.
I hear the girls love bad boys.
Good thing I'm bad at everything. You got some tape around here?
Some top toolbox.
I got electrical tape right here.
Oh, perfect. Why is that like stuck on there? Oh, there's like a rivet, or is that a little tiny bolt? Oh, it's like sleeved, Seth.
Say what?
Oh, the key has to come off to get this timing cover off.
Oh,
We'll tape it up after. Again. Good thought.
Poor execution.
It's like, how bad's the chain? Is it
horrible?
It is only a single roller, so it's kind of garbage anyway, but don't use the oil slinger either.
Here, we can put the key in the slinger and that adapter in another.
In a bag. Crankshaft time. Look how strong I am. I can take these ones out with my hand.
Wow.
Start calling me pipes right away.
We're gonna have to do a role reversal, I think.
You might have to grow about 6 inches and put on probably at least 150 pounds.
We'll just jump in the refrigerator box and do the same thing.
Yeah, because you're what, 6'1"?
6'1" in boots.
Yeah.
Oh, these boots.
I'm 6'5" without boots.
I'm 6'0" without.
So I'm only 5 inches bigger than him. Not where it counts, though. Oh, we need to keep these. No, wait. Why is that one also stamped 4? Excuse me? 2, 3. Why do we have 2 4s? So normally your caps are stamped, as you can see, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top. For some reason, our very front cap is also stamped number 4.
And number 3?
No, just number 4. Because there's a 4 here, which actually goes this way. The 4 went there.
There's a 4 right there.
3 went there, but then that should say 5, but it says 4. That's scary. Because, for those that aren't in tune with engine building, there's a thing called line boring that if you change, technically, if you change bolts, if you change caps, you are supposed to get your block reline bored because the clamping force can be different and it actually can throw your clearances out for your bearings. So if this cap has been changed, that's concerning because line boring's not cheap.
And what if it's not even the right cap?
Well,
like there's material here that's it's not contacting. You see that? Then again, I guess that's the same on these ones too. I don't know. Maybe they're just supposed to be 4 and 4. We'll have to look it up and see.
that makes me concerned though.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up and see.
Because we know people have been in this engine that shouldn't have been in this engine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's fun.
We'll just write a 5 on here.
Meow. I'm hitting you. This is gonna be a biatch to remove, I can already tell.
How did we have the timing marks perfectly lined up?
Because we're just that good.
Whoa. That's scary. Not even joking. This is exactly how I pulled it off, dot to dot.
Hell yeah.
We're just that good.
We are just that good. Let's see how bad this bearing is. Actually, so boy.
So boy.
Never seen this on a bearing before. It's got like a little chamfer on this side. And it's definitely machined like that on purpose. I've never put the focus. I don't know how to get it to focus. Yeah, never seen that before. These are our spark plug wires. Spark plug wires are honestly junk. Okay? We're not gonna use those. Can't use that word. Bad, Zach. Can't use. Oh, I use separate.
Stop swearing.
Making more work.
Fuck.
I'll keep the separators
It's not
though.
excessively worn like that other. Oh, there's a bit of copper in there. It doesn't look great.
Junk.
This poor engine.
Yeah, I got road hard and put away wet.
There's a bit of copper
That's a lot
on
of
this one.
snow.
Yeah.
More than I'm usually working with.
Oh. I'm gonna get my tiny fingers in there.
Maybe. Oh, I got it. Okay.
Boom, Diata. How's that one look?
Actually, not bad.
Surprisingly, like best out of all 5. That's impressive.
Okay, how's the crank look? Surprisingly, not too bad.
Pretty good.
We're gonna
I'm
send
happy
this.
with this. I'm very happy with this.
We are gonna send this.
Yeah.
Like really not that bad. So for the shape the bearings are in, I'm actually surprised the crank's this nice. This one, maybe, but I mean, it's really not that bad. We're just gonna send it the way it is and call it good.
It's all pretty shiny. There's no big grooves or gouges. Nothing alarming.
Nothing that jumps out at me that goes, oh my god, it's FUBAR. So I'm gonna call it good.
I got nothing wrong with sending it as is.
Nope, I don't either. Are we gonna pull the camshaft?
I guess. I'm gonna take the thrust plate off.
Thrust plate.
Or do you want to take the crank out?
Oh no.
What?
Why are they Phillips screws?
Well, because you see, they didn't have bolts before 65.
This is why Fords are dumb.
Superior. Stupid.
Because the small block
Superiorly stupid.
Perfect example of what's smart over there. My small block Mopar. My hands are dirty. Otherwise, I'd carry the camera over there. It has actual bolts, not Phillips screws that are going to strip on us, guaranteed. Nope. Okay, I got one trick we can try.
Just need a bigger
Felipe.
Bigger Felipe. After that, you're out of tricks.
It's 1. And that's 2.
There it is.
So, what Seth didn't see, but you guys will see at home on video, you ever have a bolt, plug, doesn't matter, that's stuck, take a hammer, smack it. It will help potentially loosen up threads if they have gunk in them or rust in them, or if it's been tight or whatever.
And also, as you can see, flatten the head so it has more to grab to.
Well, that wasn't intentional, but yeah, that is a perk almost.
So we'll keep these, measure them, and then swap them for bolts.
Yeah, we're swapping those for bolts.
That's stupid.
Yep. Camshaft time.
Put the bolt in, put the camshaft?
No.
You don't want the bolt?
No. I don't want the bolt.
Don't nick the bearings.
I'm trying not to. That's really tight. Wow. Yeah, that's ungood. Holy fuck. Can't say that.
Stop swearing.
Okay. That one was really tight. Why was that so tight? This cam actually... Nope, I don't feel bad about changing it. Lobe was starting to go flat.
Not using zinc in their oil.
Must not have been. Here's a rag. So we are changing this cam. I really don't actually care about it, but what I'm looking for is to see if lobes were starting to go flat, which they definitely were. Because a hydraulic flat tappet cam on your lobe is supposed to actually have a taper like this. That's exaggerated, obviously. In it, because your lifter actually spins in the bore and it only actually catches half the lifter at a time. And what it does is it catches half of it, and when it catches only half of your lifter, it actually spins it in the bore. So, looking at this cam, it's got some pretty extreme pitting on it, as you can see on this lobe right there. And, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, it is no good. It is flat. Starting to go flat. I mean, it would have went for a while yet, but it's probably just a low lift, whatever, stalker cam. Actually, no, it's starting to break apart right there. The hard surfacing's gone right there as well.
You should really look at the cam bearing if you want a little surprise.
Why, are they FUBAR?
A little nick in it.
Oh, I was gonna get them done at the shop anyway.
Perfect. Yeah, this one.
That's the other thing I was gonna get done at the machine shop. I have the tool for doing cam bearings. They're not hard to do. One thing, I usually throw a carrot to my machine shop guy, let him do cam bearings, basically as a thank you, because usually I only hot tank. Very rarely do I bore blocks unless they really, really need it. I'm a firm believer in dingle ball honing and doing it all myself. So, but I do have a milling machine, so maybe in future episodes we'll teach them how to bore a
Mill
block.
their own camshaft.
No. Leave that to the experts. Don't try that at home.
Pull crank and we're done.
Pull crank.
Bare block.
Well, than freeze plugs, but
Yeah.
okay. One other thing on crankshafts, when you're storing them, always stand them on end. If you lay them flat, they can get a warp to them and it can screw up your clearances. Always stand them on end. Keeps them balanced, they won't warp. Yes, it is a pain to keep them stored that way, but that is the proper and only way to store them. That's just, I didn't make the rules, that's just how it is. Common FE 390 issue.
Normally, your oil hole would be lined up perfectly square.
Like this one.
But this one is a little bit off. This one is even worse.
And
this one is about the same.
And that leads to premature bearing wear. I was hiding them.
I found them. I found your nuts. What you going to do, Klaus? I found your nuts. Gotta go front to back.
No, you don't.
Just like wiping. You go back to front, you get poop on your balls.
Have your Vanna White impersonator catch the piston for you.
John Cena.
Lock to lock, you'll always be safe.
Cock to cock, you might be gay.
No, not if your balls don't touch. Or if you're both wearing socks.
Whoa. Shishki.
Hell yeah.
Whoa!
Woo! It's like we've had that off before.
We didn't.
6 months ago. Yep.
Did we?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm gonna Mario Andretti pit stop change this thing. Are you ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this.
Y'all ready for this?
There you go up there.
All right, ready for anglage. How do you look like that?
Right now. Okay.
Was there only 4 on that one?
Yep. Would you expect anything else?
Yes.